Good morning, everybody. Orange J here with another Etheria Restart video, and today I learned something very important about the banners in Etheria Restart that has changed the way I'm going to approach my polls at the start of the game, and especially for free-to-play players, I think it will change the way they approach their polls in about 12 and a half days when this game comes out, and I think I speak for everybody by saying that can't get here quick enough. Okay, now let's talk about these banners for a second. When the game launches, we're going to have two featured banners, Freya, who's a really good character, and Messiah, who's a really good character. I think we already all know that free-to-play players aren't touching this Messiah banner, but this Freya banner is very tempting, and Freya is a really good character. I will dive back into that here in a little bit, but if you look at the details, the rules of her banner, you'll see they've updated the guarantee to 80, so the hard pity here is 80. They didn't update the wording at the bottom, but that's really about it. You have a hard pity of 80. As you pull, she's the only SSR character, so 80 of your first, pull tickets that you earn in this game, or pull compact discs, whatever they're called, anima prototypes, you throw the first 80 max, you're going to get Freya, and that's fine. But I learned something today. The permanent summon, the regular banner in this game, has a soft pity. Look at this. Guaranteed 80, so the hard pity, still 80 right here, but look at this. In the permanent summon, the drop rate of an SSR is 1%. The overall drop rate, including guarantee, is 2, blah, blah, blah. If you do not obtain an SSR Animus after 50 consecutive pulls, the subsequent drop rate increases. A soft pity. And in so many games I've played, they're soft pities, but like the community kind of has to figure out where they are by like tracking pulls and like, okay, hard pity's 100 and about 70 soft pity kicks in, and there's all these websites that will track that for you. This game just comes straight out and says there is soft pity after 50 pulls, which means you're probably going to spend a lot fewer tickets on this banner to get your like initial SSR character. And I kind of think that's a big deal. It says after summoning an SSR Animus, the drop rate resets and you're guaranteed to get one within 80 summons. So both banners have the same hard pity of 80, but this one has a soft pity. And I think that's a big deal, especially when you start talking about Freya. Look, guys, I do think Freya is a really good character, and my original plan with my account, which is not free to play, I'm going to have a lot more tickets than free to play players will because I spent my 110 bucks or whatever I spent in the beta. Still, I want to collect as many characters as possible. Yes, dupes count in RTA, and we're hashing that out as a community right now, but a diverse character roster is the more important thing. There's a couple things I want to talk about here. Freya's skill 3 is insane. The attack buff for your group, the nightmare debuff she puts on enemies, she's great in PvP, and she's really dang good in PvE. However, her skill 2 does leave a little bit to be desired for me. For one, you're going to want to lead most fights off with her skill 3, but her skill 2 in so many situations giving you that like immunity, and I'm using quotation marks on immunity because I'll get there in a minute. This is also a lead off of battle kind of fight, and she has felt, when I was playing her, she felt kind of lost between these two skills to lead off a battle. And then Dreamweave is not truly immunity. There's an 80% chance to, if you max the skill out, there's an 80% chance to apply Dreamweave. It's actually 50 at skill 1. It actually goes up to 50 at level 2. I can't look at what it is at level 1. Anyway, there's a chance of applying Dreamweave, and as your characters are inflicted with a debuff, the stack of Dreamweave you have will be removed. So even if you get 3 stacks, there's so many situations in this game, PvP, PvE, whatever, especially PvP, where you're just getting slapped with debuffs. And even if you have 3 stacks of this, click, 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 they're gone. And the next time people roll around to debuff you, there it goes. Still a really good skill, but if this was flat immunity, maybe that would like raise her up in my mind. Her skill 3 is really good, and like, look, if you got yourself a Freya, your account's gonna be doing fine. But for me, if I had a Lily, if I had like a, maybe even a Doki Doki, there's SR characters that can fill the spot of the opener in your team. I just think there's characters that can replace Freya, and I would sure hate to use 30 more pulls to get my first SSR character than I would here. Now look, there's no guarantee that the soft pity will get you your character at 50, but it gives you a lot better chance at getting it in like the 52nd or the 61st or the 72nd, whatever. Like you just have a better chance of getting an SSR character on the actual standard banner. And it's rare. It feels a little foreign for me, a little rare to be recommending people pull on the permanent summon banner. And maybe what people want to do is pull on this banner first, and I'll make a whole video about this before the game comes out. But even for free-to-play players, the pull income in this game is so good. You might want to pull on this permanent summon first, and then do your targeted summon and pick like the other SSR character that you would want, or something like that. Now, I'm not guaranteeing that's the way to go. I'll still do, I got a lot of thinking to do about that. But let me play devil's advocate here. Let me play the other side. Let's look at the probabilities of Freya's banner. One thing I will say about it is, let's say it took you the 80 pulls to get there. At least you're going to collect, like, the boosted drop rates for SR characters on this banner are really good. Dina is somebody who's probably getting built by everybody in the game. Chiaki the Echo is another like opener character, speed buffing character, kind of overlap with Freya in where they fit in your team, still very, very good. And Kraken's somebody that like most everyone will probably use for Doki Doki, also a really good PvP character. The boosted SR characters in this banner are very, very good, but it's only boosted from 3.38 to 4.5 for them. So it's not like they're getting a huge boost. Whereas in the regular permanent summon, I mean, it's 0.75 for an SSR and 0.25 for one of these. We'll talk about that here in a minute. But it's 6.75 for the whole pool of elemental SR characters. Now I'm going to flip it back the other way. Another reason you might skip her banner is because if you're pulling on the permanent summon banner, guess what you have a chance to get? You have a chance of getting Messiah, or a chance of getting Heinrich or Lily. And look, these are 5 of the top 10 to 15 characters in the game, with Lily and Heinrich for me being probably the top 2 characters in the game. And people will argue with that, whatever, that's fine. Wherever you rank them is up to you. You can't deny that like those are OP ass characters. And if you pull a Shadow Sonya, all of a sudden your team building options become, I can build a dot team and like crush the mid and late game for a lot of fights. So your chances of picking up, especially as a free-to-play player, one of these premium, like, can be early game account defining characters is a feather in the cap of the permanent summon banner. And this might be one of the first games where I would say I recommend pulling on the regular banner to start the game. I feel like most games it's like, yeah, pull on the targeted summon banner, and when you get that character, go into saving mode. I don't think that's how it works in this game. I just don't at all. Now, let's even say you're a whale, right? Let's say you're whaling and you want to pull for dark light characters and you buy some of these, the Apex prototypes. I wouldn't use these on Messiah's banner either for a lot the same reason. Reason 1, no soft pity. And I believe this one is also getting updated to only an 80 pity. I could be wrong about that, but either way, no soft pity here. So that sucks. And if we go to the extra affinity summon, which uses the same Apex prototypes, is there a soft pity here? You better believe there is, and it's 50 again. This one already has the 80 hard pity on it, and I think Messiah's banner is also going to get that. I think. We'll see. But this one has the soft pity, and then if you go to Messiah's banner, the boosted drop rate is for Kachi the Guard. If it was for like Marvel, I'd be like, look, just pull on this banner, get your Marvel, and move on with your life, unless he gets, nerfed or something. Victor, also really OP. Didding fills the same role as Victor, and in some things like Union bosses, even better than Victor. Valerian, a lot of people really love Valerian, but the boosted one is Kachi the Guard. He's fine. Like, Kachi the Guard is very usable, but it's not like Marvel is the boosted character. So I'm probably going to take, if I use these, and I don't try to just like save them for a later banner to pull on, I'm probably going to throw them with the extra infinity summon and just like, just see which one of the, hopefully I get one within like the first however many things I have. If not, I'm building up my pity, but maybe I'll catch a Lily, or I actually really want to catch Shadow Sonya. I actually think that'd be really fun. Build that dot team for live and just crush some of my farming, or it'll just be like my beta account. I'll pull 59 Messiahs and just run over everything like that. And then I got that 9% shot at getting a Marvel. Or, one of the group that has Marvel or Victor or somebody like that in it. So guys, there's my little, that's the thing I learned today. That's my analysis, what I'm kind of thinking about these banners so far. Even for me personally, I'm starting to lean away from pulling for Freya. And even if I think Freya is a really good character, and if I pull her on accident on like this permanent summon banner, I'll probably still build her. I do think she's good enough. This banner is just too much better. to me, at least on paper. So let me know what you guys think about that. Let me know how you feel about all of that. My mind could change. As I said, we still have another 12 and a half-ish days until this game goes live. Cannot wait for that. I hope y'all have a great rest of your day. Have a good weekend. I'll see you next time. Peace.